All right, let's talk about a force that is so fundamental you probably don't even think about it, but it controls literally everything. From an apple falling off a tree to the way entire galaxies dance with each other. We're talking about gravity. It's the glue that holds our whole universe together, and we're about to see how our understanding of it went from just a simple pull to, well, the very fabric of reality itself.
And just so you know, this is part 18 of our 20-part series on An Introduction to Physics, which is all based on material from Virtualization Options LLC. We've finally made it to the fundamental forces, and today, yeah, we're tackling the one we all know best, or at least the one we think we know best.
So let's get right to it. What even is this thing? I mean, it keeps our feet planted firmly on the ground, it keeps the moon spinning around us, and it choreographs this beautiful cosmic waltz of galaxies. The question seems so simple, but believe me, the answer is going to completely change how you see the universe. So let's start at the beginning.
Our story really kicks off with the guy who first gave us a way to actually calculate this mysterious force, the one and only Sir Isaac Newton. He came up with the first great answer, an idea so powerful it would define physics for centuries.
Okay, so here's Newton's core idea, and it's as elegant as it is powerful: universal gravitation. He basically said that any object with mass, any stuff, pulls on every other object with mass. That means you, the planet you're on, and a star in a galaxy billions of light years away are all connected by this invisible, constant tug.
And Newton's law really just boiled down to two main things. First, the more mass something has, the stronger its pull. Makes sense, right? And second, that force gets a lot weaker really fast the farther away you get. And just with that simple logic, he could explain everything. The Earth's huge mass keeps you grounded, and its perfectly balanced distance from the moon is what holds it in a perfect orbit.
For over 200 years, Newton's law was king. It worked, almost perfectly. But, almost isn't quite good enough in physics. There were these tiny little problems, like a tiny wobble in Mercury's orbit that Newton's math just couldn't account for. It was a hint that something was missing. And that's when a new mind came on the scene to completely flip the script: Albert Einstein.
And you can really see what a huge leap this was when you look at the timeline. You've got Newton laying the groundwork in the late 1600s, and then nothing. Radio silence on gravity for over 200 years. Then bam, 1915, Einstein drops his general theory of relativity. And it's such a profound description that it's still our best understanding of gravity to this day.
So what was this earth-shattering new idea? Well, Newton saw gravity as a force, right? Like an invisible rope pulling things toward each other. Einstein said, nope, that's not it at all. He argued gravity isn't a force. It's the curvature of something he called space-time, the actual four-dimensional fabric of our universe. Mass, he said, doesn't create a force, it creates a curve. Let's just sit with that for a second. Gravity is not a force, but a curvature of space and time caused by mass. This is genuinely one of the biggest ideas in the history of science. It means that stuff, mass and energy, literally tells the universe how to bend. And in turn, that bending of the universe tells stuff how to move. It's incredible. So how in the world do you picture this? Well, the classic analogy is actually perfect. Imagine space-time is a big, flat, stretched-out rubber sheet. Now, if you place a heavy bowling ball, like our sun, in the middle, what happens? The sheet dips down, it curves. Now, if you roll a little marble, say the Earth, nearby, it's not being pulled by the bowling ball. No, it's just trying to go in a straight line. But it can't, because it's now rolling along the curve created by the ball. What we feel as gravity is just us trying to move in a straight line through a universe that's been bent out of shape.
Okay, I know. This idea of a warped reality it's a lot to take in. But the real test of any scientific theory is whether it can actually predict things. And Einstein's theory of gravity doesn't just work, it predicts some of the most extreme, most mind-blowing phenomena in the entire cosmos.
I mean, just think about this for a second. This one idea, the curvature of space-time, it explains all of it. From the predictable paths of planets and the daily rhythm of our ocean tides, all the way to things that sound like science fiction, like starlight literally bending as it passes the sun, and the existence of the ultimate cosmic monsters, black holes.
So let's zoom in on a couple of those. A planet's orbit is this beautiful, delicate dance. Its own momentum wants to just fling it off into space in a straight line, but it's constantly falling into the curve, that gravity well created by its star. And we see this cosmic geometry right here on Earth every single day. The ocean tides, that's the moon's gravity tugging on our planet's water, creating this bulge that follows it around as it orbits. And all of this leads to gravity's most extreme expression,
the black hole. This is what you get when you cram so much mass into such a tiny space that space-time basically tears, curving in on itself infinitely. The gravity becomes so intense that the escape velocity is faster than the speed of light itself. Once you cross that edge, the event horizon, well, there's just no coming back.
And honestly, that's where we have to leave it for now. Our journey to understand why an apple falls from a tree took us from a simple pull all the way to a warped reality. It showed us that mass itself dictates the very shape of our universe. So the final question is pretty profound. If that's what we've discovered so far, what other mind-bending secrets are woven into that fabric, just waiting for us to find them?